What's up, everyone? It is Riley at Lacrosse Unlimited, and we are back to talk about one of the most important and essential pieces of equipment for our players. I would like to introduce you to my new favorite shoulder pad, the brand new Lacrosse Unlimited exclusive STX Shadow Pro 2 hybrid shoulder pads. Proudly, we at Lacrosse Unlimited have partnered with STX years ago to put out one of the most prominent shoulder pads that we have known and beloved for a long time now. Let's talk about the original STX Shadow shoulder pad. This pad is not your average pad. With the comfortability of it, the decision-making that you have where as you grow with this pair of shoulder pads, a player can start with these in the youth where they keep these things fully equipped. Bicep pads, shoulder pads, tightness of the straps, you get to adjust every single aspect of it. But moving forward, you can actually decide once you are more skilled or comfortable enough for your preference of protection change, you could actually remove these shoulder pads with the straps here, but on the back end, once you made that decision of snipping these off, it would be permanent. So the Shadows were able to grow with you as a player, which we knew and we loved. The breathable mesh that it's made of, the protection of the humongous heart pad that actually is a very sleek in terms of a lot of options on the market. We've loved the STX Shadow for that exact reason. Its comfort, its protection was not sacrificed whatsoever, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing some bulky football shoulder pad on you. You feel safe, you feel fast, none of your game is gonna be held up by this shoulder pad, and we've loved it throughout any level of play for the last couple of years. But with the first iteration of any product, there's always room for improvement. Players have come back with feedback, professionals have come back with feedback, our LU athletes and multiple players that we know and love have come back and helped us develop what was already a great pad into something better. So, though these are a phenomenal option, and we're grateful for everything that the STX Shadow has officially offered over the last few years, it's time for an upgrade. So, continuing our exclusive partnership with STX, I would like to introduce you to my new favorite shoulder pad, the brand new Lacrosse Unlimited exclusive STX Shadow Pro 2 hybrid shoulder pads. Now, not gasoline and electric hybrid, we're not talking about that, but you are going to be able to move on the field with these. Full protection system, slim design, you're not gonna feel any bit of mobility restriction with these pads. We're ecstatic about this. On an already successful pad, we took everything we loved about it and we kept it. We took the very minuscule things that we wanted to update or change out and we made it happen. The new hybrid system that may sound like some vast concept, it's really not. The simplicity of having a pad be able to grow with you as you start with a shoulder pad and move on throughout your career, again, based on skill, protection preference, whatever it may be, these shoulder pads are actually interchangeable and fully customizable. Like we said with the first generation of the Shadow pads, you actually had to cut off this back pad, and then once you did that, it's gone. So if you said, hey, I got a huge confidence boost this week, we're playing against some competition where I don't think I need all this protection in the shoulder area, and you took it off, it was game over. You were stuck with that pad as a speed liner from there on out, which is great for many players. But if some big bad defenseman comes down and hacks you right in the neck or right in that shoulder collarbone area, you wish you had these things still on there, you didn't have the option. Now with the hybrid system, we keep that lightweight material up around your entire body, encompassing your shoulders, your collarbone, your chest, obviously. With the humongous pad improvements here, since the Nazi rules have changed, we've kept it slim, we've kept it protective. The padding in here is nice and soft. The entire pad has breathable mesh throughout it. It's super comfortable, very lightweight, which is something that we've improved from the last model. I didn't think there was much room to take out weight without sacrificing protection, but luckily here with the 2 hybrid of the Shadow line, we've done it. The main thing about the hybrid system that we can really show you is the customability of how these pads are removable. Hybrid being, you can have it as a full shoulder pad set with the chest protector and everything involved, or we could start to piece by piece detach certain areas where we think we need a little less protection, a little more mobility, whatever it may be. As a skilled player, playing at the highest levels, wherever it's professional, college, high school, literally does not matter. Wearing the pad just like this, you will not lose any mobility, you will not feel restricted at all, and you will be fully protected in every facet of the word. Done, simply put. Now, if you're a little quicker, you want a little less protection, you don't think it's necessary, let's start with what every lacrosse player starts with, the bicep pads. They are a very thin set material that adds an extra layer of protection to a completely exposed area on your arms, where a lot of guys either have their arm pads that are slipping down, or they wear pads that are smaller like the defenseman, where you want that extra protection on your bicep. Simply put, Velcro. Get it through this strap here. Once they are out, they're gone. Again, these are a simple layer of protection that don't take away any comfort at all. They don't sacrifice that much because, again, it is a thin layer of padding. It's not exactly a huge box pad that's made of sheer plastic and you won't feel a thing. They're an extra layer of protection. There's no harm in wearing it, but some guys don't want to. So we start there. Our hybrid system breaks down piece by piece where you can strategically use your preference. You can decide, hey, I don't want the bicep pads anymore. Now we have a little bit more of a simple model where we keep these bicep pads in case you want to add them back on later. Now we have our typical shoulder pad, right? Without the bicep pads, we still have the added collarbone protection, shoulder protection. These floating cups are actually really great because as you move, they kind of shift with you. If you like a tighter fit closer to your collarbone, you can actually take the rest of the system and really lock it in to where these will be hugging nice and tight towards your collarbone. If you get rid of the bicep protection and you still like that outer shoulder, cool. You loosen it up, it's capable of fully forming on the outside, making it to where your shoulders are more protected. But while this extra padding from the chest protector still has your collarbone set, ready to go. Now, you're a midfielder, you're a defenseman, you're an attackman who's an absolute psychopath. You want to wear as little protection as possible while still meeting all of the Nazi standards. I've done it for years. These things are the next step. The shoulder pads, just as simple. If you check out the inside of the pads, same thing, Velcro. As simple as possible, we took the first iteration of the pad to where we had those straps that needed to be cut off. Now, we have our Velcro system. Whoever invented Velcro is an absolute genius. Because now, the simplicity of taking this off, whether it's, hey, the competition's not as hard, I want a little more mobility, I could just pop these off. Or, hey, I'm playing on the field and I'm used to playing box lacrosse, I could take off the little extra protection that they have on the shoulders. Keep these for later. Hybrid system is not gonna fail you because, again, this now speed liner is the most comfortable, lightweight possible option that the Shadow Pro 2 is gonna offer you. Again, the most crucial piece here. The entire chest system we've had, again, slim in comparison to a lot of the options on the market, not gonna feel or get that look of a jersey to where you feel like you have that pigeon chest where it's coming out and it's very uncomfortable. You don't feel like you look good, so you may not play good. Now we have our slim down profile here, a lot tighter stitching in the chest part, keeping that protection system actually very in place. And then if we look inside, how breathable this mesh is, we've upgraded it obviously to the LU blue, which helps, but it's not just a color change. The comfort of this thing, one in general as a pad, but now as a speed liner, the lightweight materials on here, I've always found the comfort in the Shadow pad line that has really deterred itself or, separated itself from the competition in terms of pads. The speed liner option is super protective, gets our back plate still there, our collarbone has the extra protection as well as this nice liner which keeps the shoulder pad super comfortable. Something I've noticed with these in comparison to a lot of other options is that you're not constantly pulling them down. So if I have these shoulder pads on as I'm playing, a lot of players see that the shoulder pads on the back end start slipping down and the chest protection actually starts coming up, so you're always pulling it down and pulling it down. These sit nice and flush on your shoulders. the customability with how many different flex points we have in the Velcro system with the bicep pads, the shoulder caps, and now even continuing what we had from the first pad, this dual-sided Velcro that we've actually utilized that we've seen no other company use prior to this. We've loved this because once you strap these things in, they're never coming off. While you're playing full speed, whether you're a young guy who's flying around the field, a big defenseman, or an elite level player at the high school or college level, these are comfortable, they are sleek, they are not gonna shift around on you. Once you're strapped in, they are locked in. You are not gonna notice yourself wearing these because they're so lightweight. With that being said, you're not gonna feel checks, or if you get hit directly in the chest with a shot, this thing has all the protection and more to keep you safe. Obviously, that's the main goal. Safety is the number one issue, comfortability, and obviously having the freedom of being able to move free range on the field. With how fluent lacrosse is, we want to have this hybrid system help you to where it can grow with you, or if you decide, hey, this weekend I'm going to play a pickup box game. I'm a righty, so I'm going to throw my left shoulder cap and my left bicep back on. You have the option of doing it. The hybrid system is something that's so simply put, but we're so proud of what we've done here, having the option and the customability to move this pad forward as a speed liner, keep it fully optioned out as the shoulder pad and chest protector. We're ecstatic about this pad. The STX Lacrosse Unlimited exclusive Shadow Pro 2 hybrid shoulder pad is going to be in stores and online at lacrosseunlimited.com only. So again, if you are interested in possibly winning these shoulder pads in a giveaway, subscribe to our channel, like the video below, and we will see you soon on the field, hopefully wearing the brand new STX Shadow Pro 2s.